Hello, I am Majesty, and joining me today is the one and only Randy Newman for this 5 minute face check. How you feeling, Randy, as you guys approach the game with amateur opponents?
Feel pretty good. Just ready to go, and should be a fun match here Thursday. Yeah.
So, well, technically tonight by the time this goes up, because it's just going to play right before. But where does the
Yep.
name Randy Newman come from for you guys?
It came from really nothing, like just kind of an idea. We were like, our first name, Asma Carey, was kind of a last minute thing. The first team name we came up with um, made it through when we created it, but then like a week before the season started, NGS told us we should change it to something a little more PC, and so we came up with Asma Carey. And so from there, we kind of were looking for a change. Um, and I don't know, we were kicking around ideas of like all making the same name, like just whatever it was, like all be the exact same thing because Blizzard lets you do that. But we thought that might be a little scummy to do. So the idea for just different variations of Randy Newman came about. I think Randy Newman has no symbolism to us. It was just more of like kind of just I don't know, how we got to there, but it was just like the idea of like all we wanted was like the caster to just once have to say all our names. Like they introduced the roster, and then that was it. We could have like changed our name the next day. That's really all we wanted was that first game gratification. But that's kind of it. There's no deep meaning. Randy Newman's not one of us or our uncle or our dad or anything. It's just I don't know, just kind of
I mean, you are the Randy Newman on the Randy Newman team. Um, so I
yeah. I
guess
wasn't
you
actually
are
happy
the
about that.
Randy Newman.
I would be a little more creative, like newman or Nandy or something, but you
Out
made
of
me be the original because I was the captain. So
out of all of the Randy Newmans, there are basically kind of like treated as playing cards, if you will, collectible cards. Can you cast
yes.
a game with all of the different Randy Newmans? And there are some pretty rare ones out there, but out of all the Randy
Mm-hmm.
Newmans, which one do you think is the most popular with the Randy Newman fan base?
Um, as much as it hurts me to say, probably Nude Man because we let him pick all the fun characters, um, and so probably a combination of that and his name is I'm guessing who the fan favorite is.
Yeah, I'd have to guess it's either Nude or Wandy. Wandy's a pretty popular one at
Oh, I
times.
forgot. So Wandy is like God status in Heroes Lounge, but he doesn't play with us in NGS. So NGS speaking, probably Nude Man. But yeah, if we're talking Heroes Lounge, like Wandy is like deity status over there.
uh, So, as you guys are prepping for amateur opponents, what would you how have you been prepping for your match upcoming with them?
Um, we I guess kind of like usual, we don't have much prep as far as your traditional like what a lot of teams are doing. We've had one guy on vacation, one guy starting his first week of residency, um, and just a bunch of us all spread across every time zone in the country. So our like we aren't together a lot. And we haven't been together a lot this week. I and a couple of us play the most, and we just kind of mess around and play quick match here when we can, and play with some of you guys. I know we play a handful of games with Majesty and some of the guys on Probius and some of the other teams. But yeah, that's kind of it. We haven't really had time to get together. Um, Not because we're like treating this matchup lightly by any means, but just because that's kind of how we've always just wanted to have fun. Haven't really done a lot of scrims. Just kind of play what we want to play what we have fun doing, and it's worked out for us for now. So I guess we're
Yeah.
just kind of keeping that same vibe going forward.
So you mentioned having fun, and Randy Newmans are known for two things, which is A, their names, and B, their unorthodox drafts, if you will. Um, with their
That's
most
fair.
infamous being the Butcher comp. I remember my first game of
Mm-hmm.
casting Randy Newman's. We got to game two, and you guys pulled out Butcher Gul'dan. Infernal Shrine just like, all right, they're gonna play it safe. And then like in the first 15 seconds, like the second he had eyes on the enemy, Butcher just charged in. Is like, I guess he's not gonna play it safe. You guys were tower diving. It was an exciting match. So
Yeah.
if you're just tuning in and you haven't really watched the Randy Newmans play before, get ready for quite the roller coaster of a ride. They're extremely fun to watch, and they're a good bunch of guys. And that's been the 5 minute face check with Randy Newman.